Hello everyone and welcome back to the Platinum Tools YouTube channel. In today's video we're showing you guys how to go ahead and use the OpenSea tab within the tool. So let's go ahead and check it out. Before we go ahead and do so, please go ahead and drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, turn on post notifications to know next time we upload, and you can go ahead and check out the written guide regarding these videos linked down below in the YouTube description. And you can also check out the playlist for all these videos that covers each tab and the general extension as well. But let's go ahead and begin. So when we navigate over to the extension here and click on the OpenSea button after validating our key, this is what it's going to look like. Let me just get rid of this number here. So we have the collection, max Ethereum price, trades filter 1, trades filter 2. We can visit the collection after typing in the collection slug. Then we can go to the activity and listings. We have the quick snipe filter, auto snipe refresh, the standby mode, and the refresh delay as well. I will go ahead and break down all of this. So let's go ahead and pinpoint a collection we want to focus on in today's video. For the purpose of today's video, I'm going to navigate over to Cyberkongs VX because this is a personal favorite project of mine. I'm going to wait for it to load. So this is what pretty much all the collections will look like, something similar to this. Now when you head over to the collection you want to go ahead and check out, ignore the OpenSea.io part, ignore the collection part, everything after this slash is classed as the project slug. So go ahead and copy that. I just did Ctrl+C on my keyboard, head over to the extension, go ahead and type it in to the collection field. The next value is going to be the max Ethereum price. So this ultimately depends on your budget. So for me personally, let's say for example I just want to spend 2 Ethereum, I type in 2, then I can hit visit collection and that will go ahead and navigate over to the collection. So let's say for example randomly I just want to go ahead and check out Cyberkongs VX and I don't want to navigate over there and do all the filtering. What you can do is go ahead and type in the slug and type in the max Ethereum price and it will go ahead and navigate over to the page, but also set up the price filter as you guys can see. So it's from 0 Ethereum to 2 Ethereum and it's set to buy now. So you can go ahead and check out all these because this will go ahead and satisfy your requirements you've put into the extension. Now the next thing is trades filter 1 and trades filter 2. So let's head over to the page. I'll go ahead and break this down. Now on the left side we can see the trades. We have eyes and we have a bunch of eye trades over here. We have clothes, we have fur, stuff like that. Let's go ahead and pinpoint one of them. We're going to go ahead and check out augmentation. Now within augmentation we have Kongium right leg, Promethean left leg, I think that's how you pronounce it. Let's just say we want to use a filter for Kongium right leg. All we want to go ahead and do is head back to the extension, go back to OpenSea obviously. Now for trades filter 1, all we want to type in is augmentation, exactly how it's spelled there. So make sure you get all the capitalization correct. So as you guys can see, it begins with a capital A, so I've done that there. Then do colon, and without any spaces, type in the actual trait itself. So essentially what we're doing here is navigating over to the trait category, then going ahead and selecting the individual traits for the extension. So I'm going to type in Kongium right leg. Now if we go ahead and look at the spelling, everything is correct. Now if I go ahead and click quick snipe filter, you will see it goes ahead and filters. Now with this specific configuration of the Cyberkongs VX 2 Ethereum price range and this trait, we have a 1 over here. If I go ahead and look at that, we can go ahead and look it up right now if we want. So let's go ahead and do that. We go here, type it in here. We just get rid of this, click this. Give it a moment. As you guys can see, it satisfies this need that I put into the extension. It has the Kongium right leg. So just to go ahead and recap of what we just did, I typed in the collection name, I typed in the ETH I'm willing to spend, the max ETH price, and I went ahead and navigated over to the first trait filter and typed in the filter I want. And we can also add another filter onto this to stack filters if we wish. In this case there's only 1 here, so there's no point doing that, but we can do that if we want. Now just to go ahead and give you an example of using both trait filters, I've gone ahead and said for body accessory I want a green tie, and for a hat I want a blue beanie. Once again on this collection, and the max ETH price I'm willing to pay is 2 ETH, so I go ahead and click quick snipe filter. filter, you'll see it goes ahead and selects it. So obviously on this side, I've gone ahead and configured the same filters here on the actual website to show you that it does work. So if you want to go ahead and use these filters in quick succession and see it directly through your extension, you can. So let's say for example, certain traits combinations are rare and you think those type of NFTs will go up within the collection, then obviously you can go ahead and utilize this. It's also worth mentioning that you can go ahead and click activity and listings, and that will navigate over to the activity and listings for the project slug you've entered. So as you guys can see, we head over to this page and we can go ahead and check it out. Another thing to mention is that if you don't want to go ahead and use trait filters, you can simply just type in the project slug name as well as the max ETH price and click quick snipe filter, and it will go ahead and display all the NFTs within that collection that satisfy these requirements. So let's say for example, I wanted to go ahead and check out this, I could go ahead and click it and go through that process. Now I do want to go ahead and show you this feature, that's why I've navigated over to a different project, Parallel Alpha, and I've set the max ETH price to 0.1 because I don't have too much ETH in my wallet right now, so we're going to go with a low cost example. So let's say for example, I type in these filters and I'm like, okay, I want to go ahead and purchase this one because I like the look of it. I'll simply click it and it will say snipe attempted initiated. And if I go ahead and drag over my MetaMask notification here, you can see that it goes through the transaction, and then I can go ahead and confirm this. So just to go ahead and emphasize something, this won't automatically do it for you. You will always have the choice to back out if you wish, or you can go through the entire process. Or for example, another scenario that could happen is that you go through this process and you don't like the gas fee. So you can go ahead and wait some time, maybe go to some gas websites, wait for the gas to dip, and then go through the same process again and go ahead and confirm the transaction. Now just to go ahead and explain what Auto Snipe Refresh is, as you guys can see, we have the project name, you have the max ETH price, and we see the NFTs here. However, in this market, you can get a lot of whales that come into the market, and especially when it comes to releases that just dropped, a lot of activity does happen. So maybe some of these NFTs could disappear, maybe some better ones could appear, or maybe we can go ahead and type in a project name and a max ETH price and there's nothing there, but we want to go ahead and refresh and wait for something to happen that satisfies our needs, and then we can go ahead and purchase it. So what we can go ahead and do is enable Auto Snipe Refresh, and every 5 seconds it will go ahead and refresh using our terms up here, and it will get the result. As you guys can see, nothing is changing because no updates are happening with this collection at the moment, but it is useful for the cases I just mentioned. Now to go ahead and explain what standby mode is, I'm going to refer back to the situation I just mentioned. So let's say for example, once again we're monitoring a collection and we've got certain requirements up here and we want to go ahead and check out as fast as possible. We can turn on the Auto Snipe Refresh, and obviously we'll go ahead and refresh the collection, and that's obviously great because we get an advantage over different users. However, if we want to go ahead and maximize our chances of sniping these NFTs with our requirements, we can turn on standby mode, and what I will go ahead and do is it'll use Auto Snipe Refresh, wait for the NFTs to come through, go into standby mode, and it will go ahead and attempt to purchase one of the NFTs that will pop up into this section when using standby mode. So you can see that it goes through the process and we can go ahead and purchase this. So let's say for example, we have this tab on a second monitor and you're doing some work and you don't want to constantly be monitoring this. You can turn on Auto Snipe Refresh. You can also turn on standby mode, and as soon as an NFT part of the collection you specified for the price or any trait filters comes through, it will go ahead and obviously refresh every 5 seconds, go into standby mode and pop up this, so you know when this tab goes ahead and pops up, you can go ahead and do the transaction and snipe that NFT to go ahead and make potential profits. Now when it comes to the refresh rate of the Auto Snipe Refresh, you can go ahead and change it from 5,000 milliseconds upwards, so you can't go any below that. One last thing I want to go ahead and mention before we go ahead and wrap up today's video is that you can actually go ahead and see the rarity for the collection. So in this example, I have Mechaverse entered here, and I said the max ETH price is 3 Ethereum. So if I go ahead and click quick snipe filter here, it will go ahead and display the NFTs. Let's give it a moment to refresh. As you guys can see, and on each NFT it shows the rarity. So this is 6,272 out of the total collection amount, and that will essentially show you its rarity. So the higher the number is, the less rare it is. The lower the number gets, the more rare it is. And if we go to visit collection after typing in our information here, let's give this a moment to load. If we go ahead and scroll down and give it a moment to load in with the extension, you will see that the rarity is on each NFT, so you can go ahead and look at the rarity, and that will go ahead and influence whether you buy it or not. I just want to go ahead and mention a few final notes regarding rarity before we go ahead and end off today's video. The first of which is that rarity is automatically collected from new collection when a user goes to it. So when I hit visit collection and I come to the actual collection, you can see the rarity is collected for each of them. And when we go to the next point here, if there's no data, we will collect it, then display it. The third point is that this process sometimes takes 5 to 30 minutes to collect depending on the query line. So if it doesn't show up straight away, do not worry, that time range is what you should stick to. The next point is that the extension has the power to automatically refresh rarity, so you do not need to worry about going ahead and refreshing anything. And the final point is that it is non-normalized vanilla statistics. That is going to go ahead and conclude this video and explain the OpenSea tab within Platinum Tools. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, turn on post notifications so next time we upload, and check out the playlist of videos explaining the entirety of the extension if you guys need more help with the extension.